Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chargers Chat this week. I'm Dan Wackershauser, joined by Elsa Stanton. Thanks for joining us, Elsa.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We are live at Fennimore Smiles, dental office here in Fennimore. Uh, Elsa is a dental assistant uh, here at Fennimore Smiles in Fennimore. So, Elsa, let's chat a little bit. First, where are you from, and how did you make your way to Fennimore?
I actually grew up in New Jersey. I have family out here, and we'd come out here every summer for vacations and stuff. And so we moved out here. I moved out here after I graduated high school and found Southwest Tech. My sister had gone here, and it was a great school. So I actually started off in pharmacy tech and realized soon that I didn't really like it and dropped out for a couple years. And so then I found my way back to looking at colleges and found that Southwest Tech was small enough that I wanted and affordable and had the dental program that I thought would be interesting, and did the program.
Sure. And we talked earlier. I've been here for a little while this morning, and we talked. Sometimes there's a perception of technical colleges that the first thing you think of is maybe carpentry, trades like CNC machinery. But at Southwest Tech, we have cosmetology, we have a dental program, a nursing program. I don't know were you surprised or were you excited that Southwest Tech had dental? What did you think when you first knew that the dental program was available at Southwest Tech?
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I always enjoyed going to the dentist when I was a kid, and I just thought, well, maybe I could probably do it. And with the amount of time of the program, it was a short program, and I thought I could do it. And it was pretty exciting because I didn't have to drive far. I lived in town, and I didn't have to go to Madison or La Crosse or anywhere like that. So it was kind of nice that Southwest Tech and Fennimore offered it.
Sure. I know you said you didn't mind going to the dentist when you were a kid, but where did the idea come from, or where did the passion come from for actually being in the career? Like, this is something you wanted to do as a career in your life also?
It kind of took some time and lots of thinking and like, what do I really want to do with the rest of my life?
Sure.
And I knew with the jobs that I had prior to going back to school, I knew that I didn't really want to do retail or anything like that, and I wanted something kind of meaningful and with human interaction and trying to help people.
Sure. And tell me a little bit about, we talked a little bit before too about kind of your day-to-day work here. You mentioned that every day is different. You get to meet people. Tell me about what you enjoy about this job here at Fennimore Smiles also.
I love, like I said, I love just meeting people, and that every day is different. I mean, we do lots of stuff. We do sorry. Same day crowns, we do orthodontics, we do implants, dentures. I mean, everything that I do is every day is different. Working with the doctor and assisting and stuff, and I just really enjoy helping people out and getting to kind of calm people down, because people come to the dentist and they're anxious and they don't love being here, and they'll tell you right off the bat, I don't like the dentist, I don't like coming here. But just being there to calm them down and kind of walk them through step by step what we're doing, and hopefully give them a good experience.
Sure. And we're looking at some pictures of the facility here in Fennimore, and it's a beautiful facility. And when I walk in, I see the fireplace, and I'm automatically relaxed.
Yeah.
So that has to be a good touch.
Yeah, it's helpful, definitely.
That's great. And tell me a little about the facility. You said it's fairly new.
It is. We've been here almost a year next month. So our main office is in Lancaster. They've been there for a long, long time. Dr. Hoffman and Dr. Wickwire and Dr. Larson joined our practice when this one opened. So 3 great dentists in one.
That's great.
It's awesome.
So as a dental assistant, what are your responsibilities? What do you do when a patient comes in? What do you take care of, Elsa?
So we check over their medical history. We set up our rooms for whatever we're going to be doing that day, either fillings or extractions or root canals or even new patient exams. So we take x-rays. I work very closely with the doctors, so passing instruments, kind of being a mind reader on what they're going to need next. And so, yeah, just we clean up the room, sterilize instruments, take impressions, pour models. So there's lots of responsibilities.
That's great. And there's one thing I want to show here that Elsa was able to show me this morning. One of the things that she does here. Let's take a look, and then we'll walk through it. So tell me a little bit about what's going on here, Elsa. And this is something that you do on a regular basis. What's going on here?
Yeah. So this is our CEREC machine. It's a milling chamber. We actually make crowns in office. So what you're seeing is a very fast version of of the crown being made. It's made out of like a ceramic material. Those are two burrs kind of going back and forth and cutting out of this block of ceramic to come up with a crown. The block is purple, which people don't have purple teeth. So we glaze it after it's done, put it in an oven, and during that time is when the crown becomes the tooth color. So we do these pretty frequently, once or twice a day usually, and it's a great option to be able to offer a same-day crown versus before we had this, we would have the patient in, we'd have to send them home in a temporary, send our models to the lab, they would fabricate the crown, and then 2 weeks later have the patient back in to cement the crown. So this is a great option to be able to do for a patient to leave with their crown. It's the same day. It's awesome. Sure.
Can you talk a little bit too about, as a dental assistant, I was watching you set this up. There's a lot of computer software that you deal with. It's not, I don't know how to explain it, using tools to pick an axe and clean teeth. It's computer software, it's technology.
Yeah.
How did you learn that? Where did you pick that, all that stuff up from, Elsa?
We did some training sessions when we first got these.
Sure.
A couple of our assistants went up to Minnesota and went through a training on how to use the camera and the machine and basically how to use the technology to make the crown that will fit the tooth and stuff. So it's lots of practice, lots of training, and it's really great.
And that one turned out really well, and I think I'm going to wear that the rest of the day. That was really good.
Yeah. So
good. And as far as that machine, so what happened there was basically it cut down a 2-week process. And how long? I mean, that was a fast video. How long does that usually take?
From start to finish, where we prep the tooth to seating the crown, it's usually 1.5 to 2 hour appointment. So it really cut that down.
So you saved 2 weeks from that one machine. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So do you know? Are there other Southwest Tech alumni from the dental assistant program that you know in the field, maybe in the area? Yeah. Do you guys share stories, tips, things like that?
Yeah, a couple of the girls that I went to school with, one works in an ortho office in Madison. We still kind of chat every now and then, and she's in a solely ortho office, so
sure.
It's a little bit different, but yeah, we kind of talk about our experiences in our offices, and yeah, it's
sure.
nice to know that the people that I went to school with are still in the field, and
sure.
Yeah.
So, and for people who are interested in maybe going into the program, and once they graduate, what type of jobs can they expect once they graduate?
Yeah.
Once they get out into the field, also.
Yeah, they can expect. There's lots of dental offices around. There are 2 here in Fennimore. Lots of dental offices around. So you just gotta look for a place where you fit. And I've worked at a handful of other offices before I started working in Lancaster with Dr. Hoffman, and I finally found my fit.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier too. You said you bring your children here to get them worked on or whatever. How important is it to maybe bring kids in early to have them checked, before they get older, and maybe hear the misconceptions about dental work?
Yeah, it's super important. They get comfortable. with us, with the facility, with the noises. I mean, there's lots of different noises that you hear in the dental office, and they can be kind of scary, but to remind kids that it's not scary. It's not a scary place. We try to use terms, kid-friendly terms,
good.
where it's not scary. You know, we don't use the word shot because that's scary.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't use those words. We try to make them really comfortable, and we offer the laughing gas here, so that's kind of helps too. Where most procedures we don't even have to get the kids numb, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's super important to get them in early and keep them up with 6-month dental checks, or those baby teeth are important.
Yeah, make it a routine.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So going back to maybe the machine that made the crown, from when I was younger to now, I imagine the technology in the field has just leaps and bounds ahead of where it was. What has changed? I mean, you've been in it 10 years now. What has changed, technology-wise in the field, Elsa?
Lots. Oh, my goodness. The first office that I worked at, they were still using the old X-ray system, where you take the X-ray, you have to go in the dark room and run it through the developer. And, we have digital X-rays. We have 3D panos. We have same-day crowns. We can... we're going to be possibly getting a 3D printer pretty soon. So, there's so much new technology, which it's just incredible. It's making our efficiency so much better.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the fun thing that I don't know if people realize, but Fennimore Smiles is right across the street from Southwest Tech.
Yeah.
How great is that?
It is. It's perfect.
Yeah. So you've been graduated now 10, 11 years. Do you ever have a chance to go back? Do you talk to younger students about the profession? Do you have any mentorship opportunities, or do you go and talk to instructors or anything like that, Elsa? Do you keep in touch at all? Or
I haven't been over there. I did when I was shortly out of school, or maybe when they built the new building.
Sure.
Went over to kind of check it out and stuff, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But we get students on their internship here and stuff, and we're able to talk to them and kind of encourage them through it. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful program, a wonderful school. I'm so thankful that I was able to do it.
That's great. That wasn't even on the script. She just said that on her own, so it wasn't even on the script. So what advice would you have for those students? And it doesn't have to be students out of high school.
Yeah.
It could be, non-traditional students who are thinking about a different career. You seem to love your career, this job. What advice would you have for, I always ask this question, but what would you have for somebody who's thinking about a different career, thinking about the dental profession, and what would be the first step or something that you would tell them also that you've learned along the way?
Not all dentists are the same. That's something that I've learned. Every one of them that I've worked for have been completely different, and some in a good way, some in a not so good way.
Sure.
But you learn from it. You take what you learn from that place and apply it towards the next one, and hopefully a better outcome comes out. And just work hard and love what you do, because I love my job, so it makes it easy coming to work.
Great. And the other great thing about Fennimore Smiles we talked about earlier is you do a variety of things. You do ortho work here. Can you talk about all the things that you do here also?
Yeah, so we offer orthodontics, implants, prosthetics. I think those are the three main ones. Yeah.
And for a town the size of Fennimore, it's not a metropolis, not a metro area. This is really a jewel for Fennimore to have something like this.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's great. Well, I appreciate your time, Elsa, for showing me around, and this is a great facility. I might get some work done. We'll see.
Perfect.
Try to find some of that laughing gas. We'll see. Well, I appreciate everybody joining us today. Elsa Stanton, dental assistant here at Fennimore Smiles. Next week we will talk about CNC machinery. We'll have some more great video. Again, next Thursday at noon, right here on Chargers Chat. Join us then. Thanks again, Elsa.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, and have a great day.